Konnichiwa. Minna, o genki desu ka? Hello, it's Monkey MN09 here, and welcome back to Let's Play Escape from Monkey Island Part 2. In this part, we will attempt to acquire a ship, as well as crewmates, and sail to Lucre Island.
Hello, my little plunder bunny.
What are you doing here, Guybrush?
In this game, it's always
What was I
important to
supposed to be
cycle
Have you
through
been
all of the
drinking grog
dialogue
again?
options. They will usually help solve any of the puzzles.
Maybe a little. Is that so wrong?
There's a time and a place for everything, Guybrush. Now pay attention. Now, while I concentrate on running for re-election, you're going to get yourself to Lucre Island. And once there, you will visit with the Marley family lawyers, and you'll work with them to find a legal way of saving the mansion from Charles's demolition goon. Got it?
Did you see the way I rid us of that cataclysmic catapult?
I always knew you had it in you to destroy heavy machinery, my chaotic little pet. Unfortunately, that's only a stopgap measure. We have to find a more permanent solution.
My ideas are all too ahead of their time to be taken seriously.
Thanks for trying to help, Guybrush, but I think we need to stick to the current plan.
I'll get right on it. I'm having a little trouble getting a ship.
What kind of trouble?
I don't have the authority to requisition one. Can you believe that? Me! There must be a bunch of new people around here since we left.
Here, take
If I
this.
attempted to get
It
a
should
ship
give you
before
an
getting
air
this
of
sealed,
authority.
I would have had to come back here and get it. This was
What's
just
this do,
to
Hickey?
save
It's the
time.
official
When the time
gubernatorial
comes, I'll
symbol of
mention why
Mary
this saved
Island.
time.
It conveys the authority of the office of governor. It also gets the holder into some pretty great parties.
A true pirate doesn't need some gubernatorial symbol to prove he commands respect.
Yes, well, all the same, I think you better take it.
Alright. Oh, does this mean I get to run the island now? I've got some revolutionary ideas about subsidized childcare.
Just give it back the minute you return from Lucre Island.
Can I have some money?
Why?
I'm not sure, but it always seems as though I could use a few hundred pieces of 8 on my adventures.
Well, I'd like to help, sweetheart, but we're kind of strapped for cash right now. Besides, what happened to your monthly allowance?
I blew it all gambling on spitting contests on Booty Island.
Well, then I'm sorry, my dear. It's time you learned an important lesson about budgeting.
Oh, shucks. Nobody wants to be on my crew.
Ask nice and don't make any ridiculous promises.
Hey, you should use that in your campaign.
I'll leave the crew selection to you, my dearest, and you can leave the campaign management to me. Is there anything else?
I'll let you concentrate on your campaign.
Thanks.
The header says Melee Government Employment Contract. The header says Melee Government Employment Contract.
I accidentally picked up this contract, but I will pick up the right one now. I need the contract to help persuade some familiar-looking pirates into joining my crew. Unfortunately, I forgot to do one thing in this mansion, but I will come back soon once I figure out what I did wrong.
It's a government paper of some sort. The header says Melee Government Employment Contract, Cushy Edition.
I needed the contract with the cushy edition, or else the pirates wouldn't find it enticing enough to join my crew. I'm gonna take a short detour just to get the ship.
I'm Guybrush Threepwood, and I need a ship.
How nice for you. And just what do you want me to do about it?
Are you the harbor master?
No, I am the harbor mistress. My full title is Chief Assistant Shipyard Regulator, Harbor Operations, Melee Island, a division of Inter-Island Transportation Services.
Which means...
Which means I'm in charge of ship allocations on Melee Island.
Baby, you can be in charge of my ships any day of the week.
What? Are you trying to seduce a government employee?
Of course I was.
No.
I mean, look at you, baby.
You're in charge of the ships. Kinda snooty for a glorified barnacle watcher, aren't you?
You're just jealous of my cushy government job. It would be even better if I didn't have to put up with the likes of you.
I'm commandeering a vessel.
Not so fast, mister. No boat leaves this harbor without my permission, and I see no reason to give you permission to take one of my boats.
But Stan said I could.
Name dropping won't get you a boat.
I'm married to the governor.
I heard she was dead.
Well, she does have her quiet moments, but she's alive and back on Melee and ready to govern.
Oh, so she's just been on vacation all this time, huh? That's nice. She won't be governor for long. I'm voting for Mr. Charles. He promised me a promotion.
Come on, just give me a boat.
The rules prohibit the shipyard regulator, that would be me, from lending a boat to anyone who does not have proper authority. That would be you.
What would it take to get you to look the other way?
I really hope that you aren't trying to bribe an employee of the Melee Island government. Not that I care what happens to you, but I really don't want to fill out the paperwork.
Come on, just this once. For me.
Not for you or anyone. Rules were meant to be followed. Just prove to me that you have the authority to requisition a ship, and I will follow procedure to supply one.
Here's where I save time.
Never mind.
If I hadn't
Now
picked up
that
the
I
seal
can
from
do.
the mansion, I would have had to go back,
All this
which would have
red tape
wasted
is giving me a
unnecessary
headache.
time.
Don't say I didn't give you anything.
I need a ship.
I told you, you don't have the authority to...
Check this out.
What's this?
The gubernatorial seal of Melee Island.
Oh, I see. Well, I guess you are an important person. Right this way, Mrs. Marley. Let me show you to your ship.
Is it this one? No. How about this one? I guess not. Third time's the lucky charm, right? Nope. Seriously, this one?
This is the Dainty Lady.
It's
Best
pink.
line in the
Obviously got a
entire
seaman's
game.
eye for nautical details.
But it's pink.
Now, there are a couple of regulations that I'm required to explain to you. First, bring it back in the same or better condition as it is now. Second, life preservers are to be worn by all crew and passengers at all times. Finally, this vehicle is to be used for official business only, so no joyriding.
Can I go now?
Well, I'd love to hang out here on the docks with you all day. Actually, that's a lie. I can't stand to be near you. Bye.
Snooty bitch.
Oh.
I hate you too.
And enjoy your voyages on the Dainty Lady.
It's pink.
But it's pink. Now I'm on my way to recruit some familiar looking pirates. If you've played Monkey Island 1, The Secret of Monkey Island, then you'll recognize these two pirates. But first I'm going to take a short detour and visit the psychic in this game to get some humorous dialogue, as well as useful tips that, not that I need them or anything, but for new players they may help.
Nothing happened. Yikes!
You pull?
Hey, it's you!
Yes, it is I.
You seem to show up whenever I'm in trouble. Why?
Who can say? Perhaps it's because we share an unspoken magical bond. Perhaps the fates have intertwined our destinies. Or maybe I've got an unbreakable 5-game deal with LucasArts.
Then how come there hasn't been a Monkey Island 5 game?
How can
That would be
assist?
amazing.
We would. I sense that you wish to dabble in the dangerous voodoo arts. What did you have in mind?
Have you got any of those evil-destroying voodoo dolls?
Sorry, we're fresh out. We're expecting a shipment from Dinky Island early next week, though.
How about one of those invisibility necklaces to help me sneak into women's locker rooms?
Those are nice, aren't they?
Yeah. Got any?
No, it's been a bad year for unspoiled eyeballs.
Do you have any plus 10 strength elixirs in stock?
Perhaps. What are your current stats?
I don't think I've got any.
Well then, what good would a strength elixir do?
I see your point. I could really use a potion that would make me immune to severe gas attacks.
You're telling me. Tragically, our shipment from Booty Island is also running late.
I'm in the market for an enchanted sword that hypnotizes my enemies into a deep stupor before I skewer them with it.
You don't need a sword to send your foes into a stupor, my child. Just be yourself.
Gee,
Lol.
thanks. Have you got any snacks? I'm starving.
I left my gum machine in Puerto Pollo. You might want to try the Scum Bar if you're really hungry.
On second thought, I probably shouldn't be shopping at a time like this.
True. The cards have foretold that you seek direction.
How can I help Elaine win her re-election?
That depends. What do you know about politics?
Absolutely nothing.
Then, short of stuffing the ballot box, I don't see how you can help her.
Great! Better get a stuffing.
But if you get caught, the Melee Town Council will string you up, stuff you with crawdads, and let pirates whack you like a piñata.
I don't think I like that idea.
Perhaps it would be best if you steered clear of the election.
How do I get to Lucre Island?
It's a fairly simple procedure. Get on your ship, then assemble your crew.
A crew? Where am I gonna get a crew?
This is a pirate town. Even in these economically depressed times, you should be able to find a couple of competent sailors. Then sail to Lucre Island.
But I don't know where to find Lucre Island.
That's what navigators are for, Guybrush. I believe there's one in the Scum Bar.
In my next episode, I will be getting the navigator
Actually, I
to
think I
join
can
our
figure out
crew.
what to do next all by myself.
Very well.
I don't need any more of your enigmatic hoodoo right now.
As you wish, Guybrush. I'll be here later if you need me.
Ahoy there, fellow seafaring wastrels.
Jeeves! Oh, sorry about that.
You startled us.
Yeah, that's it. I startled.
You two look awfully familiar.
Oh, we have very common-looking faces. Isn't that right?
Oh, definitely. Can't swing a dead Chinook around here without hitting someone who looked like us.
Didn't we run into each other last summer on Fat Island?
We've never been to Fat Island.
And never in the summers.
Are you sure we haven't met?
Drop it, Threepwood.
Hey, how'd you know my name?
Doesn't everyone know the name of Guybrush Threepwood, mighty pirate?
True, but I still think you guys look familiar. Aren't you the famous comedy team of Youngler and Muntz?
Youngler and Muntz? Never heard of them.
You haven't? But they're brilliant! They do this bit about how men leave the commode seat up and how women love to shop for boots. Well, I guess you had to be there.
Apparently.
I could swear that I know you guys.
I really don't think so.
Dudes, aren't you the founding members of Keel Hall, the world's loudest pirate speed metal band?
Not likely. Neither of us can carry a tune.
Neither can Keel Hall. I could swear that I know you guys.
I really don't think so.
Didn't we share a cruise to Monkey Island once?
I don't think so.
Carla, make the bad man stop! He's come to take us back to Monkey Island!
Carla?
Who?
You can't fool me. You're Carla, the Swordmaster of Melee Island. And you're Otis.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Let it go, Otis. The half-wits recognized us.
I knew you guys looked familiar. You were 2/3 of my original Monkey Island crew.
The crew you abandoned on Monkey Island, you mean?
Do you have any idea how difficult it is to escape from Monkey Island?
No. How difficult is it to?
Escape from Monkey Island.
Well, it's really difficult.
Yeah.
The whole experience was very traumatizing.
Scared us for life.
Gee, I'm sorry.
Yeah, well, sorry doesn't feed the narwhals, Buster.
So, what have you rapscallions been up to?
Where to begin?
What have you been doing with yourself, Carla?
You mean after I finally managed to escape from Monkey Island?
You're never gonna forgive me for that, are you?
Not in this lifetime. Anyhow, I've spent the last few years here on Melee Island re-establishing my Swordmaster credentials.
Well, that sounds productive.
Oh, it was, until that Australian showed up.
Australian?
Yeah, an Australian real estate developer. He challenged me to a round of insult sword fighting, badgered me into betting my house. It was over so quickly.
Gee,
Now I wander the streets of Melee insult sword fighting for food.
how sad. How about you, Otis? What have you been doing for the last few years?
Well, after I finally escaped from Monkey Island, I made my way back to Melee Island, where I tried to resume my former profession.
Petty thievery?
I prefer to think of it as proactive redistribution of wealth. Unfortunately, the indignities I suffer on Monkey Island have left me so jittery that I cannot pick a lock or a pocket without making more noise than a flatulent hippo.
What vivid imagery. So how do you earn a living?
Begging mostly. You'd be amazed how many people will pay to hear the story of the innocent pirates who were betrayed by their idiot captain.
Whatever happened to Captain Smirk, the sword trainer?
He sold his house to a foreign investor.
But he didn't want to.
The investor challenged him to a round of insult gin rummy and beat him.
Smirk was so ashamed that he signed over the deed to his house on the spot and hopped the next ship out of Melee.
The same story's been repeated dozens of times all over Melee Island. This slimy investor strolls into a pirate's house or place of business, challenges him to a game of insult something or another, then humiliates them so badly that they have to cave into his hostile takeovers.
Haven't you noticed all the sword signs around here?
Well, where's the third member of our old crew?
You mean Meat Hook?
That's a good question.
After we finally got off Monkey Island, Meat Hook renounced his piratey lifestyle and returned to his true passion,
Drinking?
painting.
Painting? But the guy's got no hands.
That's what we said.
These stories are too depressing. Let's talk about something else.
If we must.
Won't you join my crew? For old time's sake.
Guybrush, take a good look at Otis.
Monkeys! Monkeys is full of the monkeys!
That's what happened to him the last time we agreed to be part of your crew. Now, what in the name of Blackbeard's dandruff could possibly convince us to join you in another idiotic adventure?
Well, how about a brand new car?
What?
Sorry, I kind of got caught up in the moment. Well, how about treasure? Boatloads of treasure.
We're still waiting for the treasure you promised us the last time.
Oh, yeah. Well, how about some lovely property off the coast of Booty Island?
Oh, that's rich. Everyone knows that a mysterious foreign investor has bought up all the real estate around Booty Island.
Well, how about cushy government jobs?
That sounds interesting.
Carla, what are you doing?
What kind of cushy government jobs are we talking about?
You know, the kind where you're paid 3 times the going private sector rate, no one checks your work, and it's impossible to be fired.
Don't listen to him, Carla. He just wants to take us back to Monkey Island.
We'd want contracts, of course.
I'll see what I can do. Be seeing ya.
Not if we see you first. Is this some kind of joke?
What?
This contract is not even being signed by the governor.
We may be down on our luck, pirates, but we're not stupid. Come back when you've got a signed contract.
This was the small mistake I made earlier. I just need to go and get the contract signed, and then bring it back, and I'll have 2 new crewmates. It shouldn't be long before I can sail off to Lucre Island.
What's this for?
I needed to convince reluctant rapscallions to join my crew.
Darling, can't you just use your blinding charisma to cajole them into joining you?
I think I used up all my charisma on the honeymoon.
Alright, let me sign it.
Wow. You actually got us a signed contract. Well, let's see. Yes. Ah, yes. Good. Aha!
Carla, do you even know what half of this stuff means?
Not a clue. But look, it says Cushy in the title.
Well, alright then.
Alright, Threepwood. You've got yourself a crew.
That's it for this episode. Thanks for watching my Let's Play Escape from Monkey Island Part 2.